There's a boy staring at a Chromebook screen, fingers twitching with a restlessness he doesn't yet know how to name. The Zoom room flickers with frozen faces and pre-recorded lectures. He's being taught about tectonic plates by someone who doesn't know his name. Hasn't seen the way his fingers build miniature cities out of couch cushions and Legos. Hasn't noticed the hunger behind his sighs. The school calls him distracted, his mother calls him curious. What he needs is a sanctuary, not a syllabus. What he needs is a guide, not a grade. Or what he needs, what millions of young people need, isn't reform, it's release. We live at the jagged edge of an age that has outgrown its mist. The story of school as the great equalizer has frayed against the truth of lived experience. Rows of desks, standardized tests, and algorithmic tracking were designed not for awaking but for alignment. To bureaucracies, to economies, to systems that no longer serve the future we're entering. Schooling was built for an industrial world, and we now inhabit a planetary system cracking under the weight of climate disruption, technological acceleration, political collapse, and mental health crisis. What good is learning that cannot be applied in the storm? This is not a failure of teachers, it is a failure of the system we've inherited. A system built on compression of time, of thought, of soul. It's a machine that penalizes divergence, that suppresses questioning, that divorces learning from love and curiosity, from survival. In this environment, the most brilliant, sensitive, and imaginative young minds are often the first casualties. The polycrisis has names: ecological breakdown, AI disruption, institutional distrust, cultural fragmentation. But at its root, it's a spiritual crisis, a crisis of meaning and belonging. And no standardized curriculum can address what it feels like to be born into a world already burning. We are not preparing you for the future. We are preparing them to survive a system we know is failing. So what if we stop pretending? What if instead of forcing adaptation to a collapsing paradigm, we designed a new one? What if we reclaimed education not as a factory for future workers, but as a forge for future stewards, designers, artists, poets, scientists, builders, healers, and visionaries? What if education became an act of cultural regeneration? That is the invitation of the Supercollective. We are building a new kind of school, not a place but a practice, not a system but a sanctuary, a distributed guild of mentors, learners, creators, and leaders who recognize that learning must once again become sacred, sovereign, and embodied, where students don't just consume knowledge but generate it, where the measure of success is not compliance but contribution. We use the tools of our time, AI, peer networks, online platforms, but we wield them in service of timeless values: integrity, craft, wonder, purpose. Our pedagogy is liberatory, our ethics are regenerative. Our commitment is to unleash genius, not to extract obedience. And we are not alone. There is a rising wave of educators, families, and young people who know that the current system is not broken. It was built this way. They are ready for something different, not a better textbook or flashier app, but a different worldview, one where learning is life practice, not performance, one where the school itself is a living organism, a dojo, a guild, a commons, where skills are honed through projects, challenges, collaboration, and reflection.